Hey everybody, this is Daniel. This is my Gecko update blog for June the 30th, 2009. This is probably one of the video blogs that people have been waiting for, and I'm going to just go ahead and start off. Mozilla Firefox 3.5 Final has been released. Now, I do want to reiterate that those people who are running Mozilla Firefox 3.5 Release Candidate 3 are running the same build as Mozilla Firefox 3.5 Final. But if you're a little bit paranoid, just like me a little bit, and want to make sure that you had the final code, then yes, Mozilla Firefox 3.5 Final has indeed been released. Anyway, moving on. Last night I did say that things looked a little bit bleaker, or a little bit bleak on Thunderbird's end when compared to SeaMonkey. But after looking at the status meeting this morning, or at least from what has been put up, which is enough information for me to give you this update, things are not as bleak as it appeared to be last night. I also said that SeaMonkey may decide to decouple their releases and release independently instead of with each other. The good news, actually, is that this will not be the case, because Thunderbird and SeaMonkey now have freeze dates and a possible release date. There are two words you're going to hear me use. One is slushy, two is firm. A slushy freeze means that we could still take in some changes if we have to, though we would rather wait until the next release if we're able to. But if we have to put it in now, go ahead and do it before the firm freeze. Now the firm freeze is just that. We're not taking in any more changes unless it absolutely has to go in this code right now and it's blocking this release. That's simply all that means, or at least my interpretation of it. Anyway, the dates I use are going to be stated as it is on their website. So, considering that for them it is Pacific time, and with me being Central time, it actually means that the freezes will be happening in the middle of the night. So, let's say, for example, that they have a code freeze at 11:59 on October the 5th. Then here, it would be 1:59 a.m. on October the 6th. So, that's just how it goes. But I am going to use their times also. I'm going to move over and pop up an annotation here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And if you need a converter on what time zone you're in and all that, I'm sure there's places on Google you can go to figure that crap out. But anyway, here we go. Now this code, these dates apply to both Thunderbird and SeaMonkey at this point, unless anything changes. Of course, if anything does change, I will have an update. But anyway, the current proposed, and when I mean proposed, I mean tentative, same thing basically. It's like a wave. It may happen, it might move, it might not move, you just don't know. But anyway, the proposed slushy string freeze date, and by string freeze, that means that words, the text, words and stuff of that nature. The slushy string freeze date will be on July the 2nd. The slushy code freeze, where the rest of the code that's not part of the string freeze. That is the code freeze. The slushy code freeze is on July the 7th. Now, the firm code freeze, string freeze, basically everything, that code freeze date is on July the 14th. The localization freeze date, basically it means if you are running an English build, the code freeze for that is on the 14th. If you use a different language or a language pack, the freeze date for all of that, the localization for that, is going to be July the 16th, and the target ship date, or in other words, they hope to get this out the door July the 21st. Okay, so that's basically how things are going at this point. Hopefully there won't be many changes from this onward, because well, honestly, I'm going to take a little 2-week hiatus away from the computer and all things weather until the firm string freeze and code freeze occur, since it'll be the same time. That way I can clear my head and reorganize some things, some priorities and such. But I'll also have a general video blog update today, because I do have some puppy updates for you as well, for the people that watch this and also watch the rest of my video blogs when I talk about my puppies and whatnot and other things in general. But this is strictly a Gecko update, and that's all I'm going to talk about in this. But yes, Firefox 3.5 has been released, and we have code freeze and possible release dates for both SeaMonkey 2.0 Beta 1 and Thunderbird 3.0 Beta 3. And unless anything changes, which in the software development world you never know, things just might change. But if nothing else changes, then the next update you'll hear me talking about Gecko-wise will be, well, probably after July 14th. I do not, and I repeat, I do not expect to have any optimized SeaMonkey builds released between now and when I come back from my hiatus, because, like I said, I just gotta have time away from the computer for a while. So, I will make my first. I will come back and make an optimized SeaMonkey build when the first build candidate for SeaMonkey 2.0 Beta 1 comes out. It does appear, though, that they will be using Gecko 1.9.1.1 pre. Or they might even be using Gecko 1.9.1.1. I say that because in the tree already, the version has been bumped up from 1.9.1 to 1.9.1.1 pre. So, when I said last night that I thought that they might release off of 1.9.1, that won't be the case this time. But, yeah, anyway, that's all the Gecko updates I have for right now. I am Daniel, and I will see you next time.
What I'm made of. Simple curiosity, trying to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. Trying to reach inside of me, trying to take my everything. made up.